Good afternoon to all Americans, Europeans, Asians, especially China, because China is doing a lot of business in Ethiopia, and this call applies to all of you, Europeans, Americans, China, Russia, and it applies to Canada and Australia and all powerful countries that could make a difference in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is in dire danger. The government is killing people. So far, they've killed over 1,000 people between Oromos and Amaras within the last 10 months. Today, they have taken thousands of troops and tanks and warplanes to the Amhara region, especially to Gojam and Gondar, and they are about to start war against their own citizens. You cannot ignore this call. This is Ethiopian, I'm representing Ethiopian citizens who are shaken by what's going on in Ethiopia and by what actions the government's taking. This message is especially to President Obama. Please, all of you who could hear this message, who could watch this video, I beg you to deliver this message to President Obama in behalf of 90 million Ethiopians who are now facing the most dangerous times. A civil war is going to start if you don't do something about the government and what they're doing to their own people. I have a note that I've written and posted on Facebook, but I like to record it on video as well. This message is very timely and very important. My message says, please help. This message should reach President Obama, or at least First Lady Michelle Obama. Please, everyone, all of my Facebook friends, all of my Facebook family, I beg you to do this honorable favor for over 90 million Ethiopian citizens who's facing a civil war and a dire danger from Ethiopian government. We are on the verge of civil war that could possibly be as bad as Syrian war or even worse. Save Ethiopia from a horror that Syrian people has been suffering through for 5 years. Save us from death and destruction. Ethiopia, like I said, is in dire danger. We are 90 million human lives on the verge of repeating Syrian story in East Africa. Please help. Please help each and every one of you, so this message can reach President Obama and all of those who should hear it, such as UN, such as human rights governments, such as European Union, such as Canadian government, Australian government, Britain government that could influence Ethiopian government from starting a civil war. President Obama, you can stop this catastrophic, devastating crisis from happening. It's in the world's interest that Ethiopia remains peaceful. Ethiopia is a country that borders South Sudan and Somalia. Catastrophes already surround Ethiopia. It doesn't take much before Ethiopia could as well fall into deep chaos. Civil war must be stopped before it begins, or we all suffer when civil war opens in East Africa. If civil war starts in Ethiopia, it opens up a door to Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, and ISIS to roam as they wish in all Africa. And that's not what you want. None of you want that, for sure. War in Ethiopia could affect the whole world, as Ethiopia is a country found between Africa and Middle East. Our peaceful existence is important not to us alone, Ethiopians alone, but East Africa, Africa as a whole. Our peace and peaceful existence also is very, very important to Israel, since America, Europe, or all other Western countries care not as much about Ethiopia as they do care about Israel. Do it for Israel if you don't do it for Ethiopia. Do it for Israel because their peace is dependent on our peace. Take an immediate action, please, all of you, especially President Obama, end the civil war in Ethiopia before it begins. All you have to do is get rid of the TPLF government and replace them by a democratically elected government and a more transparent government, and Ethiopia can continue to be a peaceful country. Or the chaos that started could grow a lot bigger, a lot faster. President Obama, you can help us. Yes, you can. I ask that you do that as soon as possible. Do it before it is too late. Thank you. And we will put all of our hope in you. You, America and Americans. You, Europe and Europeans. You, the Canadian government and Canadians. And you, the Australian government and Australians. You, China and the Chinese people who really have a lot of interest in Ethiopia and in all of Africa. For your own sake, avoid civil war in Ethiopia. My Facebook friends, please share again, and share again until the president gets this message. Share this message and help the message reach the important people that could make a difference in what's happening in Ethiopia today. Thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate every bit of help you could contribute to help us avoid civil war.